Hello there! It's time for some OffyD channel news, the highlight of any season, and today we've got a big news item right up front. I am starting a brand new YouTube channel. Well, it's not all that brand new. What I'm doing is taking the narrative things from this channel and I'm going to make them into their own official channel. It's called Game World Narratives, and you can go there right now and subscribe, and you definitely should. It's essentially going to be the weekly video that I release here, but there, with its own branding and stuff, and I do believe that after my prayers to the algorithm and hearing the voices returning to me, that this is the better way to do it. I think YouTube prefers things if you split different subjects into different channels. Previously, I'd been reluctant to do it because I thought the opposite, but I've had a algorithm revelation of sorts. Obviously, we can never know the true wisdom of the algorithm, but in this case we can always just go back if it doesn't work, so I thought let's try it. There are now 2 channels, so if you want to follow on with my narrative stuff, go there right now and subscribe. Plus, I'm going to be releasing some occasional short stories there, things that are a bit easier to get into, and one of them, based in Stalker, Call of Pripyat, is there right now, so you better go check it out. Over the next 24 hours or so, I'm going to release 2 videos that compile all of the RimWorld stuff up to now, and then tomorrow I'll release the RimWorld video that I would normally be releasing right now. So I should be keeping to my schedule, but it's all shifting to this other place. So hopefully we can split things up and it's going to be more neat. You can subscribe to one or both based on your interests. And it of course means that the Officially Devin channel will be dedicated to the abridged commentary videos, the gameplay commentaries, which it almost already is, but now it's going to be officially just one thing. And I do think YouTube is going to be happier with it this way, but we'll find out of course. Can I get a praise the algorithm for this new dangerous endeavor? I'll also release some compilation videos of previous narratives on this new channel, so it has a bit more of a library on it, and hopefully I can build a thing there that will be more specific to that thing, that being glorified fan fiction. We'll see how it goes. I have high hopes, but in a sort of cynical way. I'm ready to cut those hopes at a moment's notice, which I think is the best place to be. I might eventually also split the Twitter or the Patreon. Right now I'm going to leave everything else the same, so it'll all just say Officially Devin on it. I think it's easier that way, but if it does all work out, it might be better for branding to totally split it. So right now, those Patreon donations are kind of just for both channels. I guess that's how it was already, because it was 2 channels on one channel right now. But it's going to be a bit more incongruous in some way. So there's some motivation to split it, and I might, but not right now. Also on the topic of narratives, by the way, did you know I've turned my Fire Margin Kenshi narrative into a real book? And you can buy it as of right now, actually. It's available on this Lulu self-publishing website. It's actually pretty expensive because it's a right brick. It's a long novel, so it costs something to print it, and then you have to ship it to yourself. And I think I make like £2 off it as well. So you're not really giving me any money by buying this, but you are getting a piece of history. Although you can also get the ebook version, which is way cheaper. I've actually never read an ebook, so I don't even know how that works, but I'm pretty sure you can read them on just about anything that can get a program to open ebooks on it, which I imagine is everything. So if you just want to actually read it in novel form without buying a gigantic brick, that option is there as well. I think you can also buy this stuff without actually making a profile on this website, which is quite nice. So that's all good. You should totally buy it right now. I'll probably talk more about that on this future Game World Narratives channel. And also I will be making some books about other narrative series. I'm currently working on a combined book which will contain both The Promised Crown and Last of the Lamplight. Mainly combined because they're too short to have on their own and it's not worth printing them. Not because they're in any way related. And there'll probably be more in the future. In fact, there certainly will be. Next, on the topic of the abridged gameplay videos, so on the topic of the Officially Devin channel exclusively right now, I thought you might as well throw some suggestions at me right now because I don't really know what I'm doing. I've gone through the things that won the previous vote. For whatever reason I can't be bothered to do another vote. Sometimes I just like to have some more open-ended choices being thrown at me, or having me pick random things in between vote-driven choices. I'm going to do Stellaris most likely as one of my next abridged series because I wanted to come up with a Stellaris game that required less annoying economic micro. So essentially I'm going to be doing some kind of challenge run where I only have one planet or something like that. So I've been trying to set something up for that and we'll see how that turns out. I might also do Warhammer 2 because lots of people in the past requested I play that game as the Skaven. And I think some kind of new Skaven stuff has just been released. I got sent a key to something which I think was a DLC to do with the Skaven. Obviously the amount of attention I'm paying is extreme and I know completely what I'm talking about, but there's a very strong chance that it's not. If I was to investigate, it may turn out I've got some free Skaven content given to me, and that would be a perfect chance to fulfill previous requests to play as the Skaven in Warhammer 2 and make a commentary about how that goes. I also plan, with these abridged commentary things, to make one rantish video each time I play something to create more watchable gateway videos that will just be better for the channel, and that recent Hearts of Iron 4 rant is a possible example of such a thing. I guess it depends if there is something to rant about or if I feel like I have something worthy to say. I can certainly rant about Stellaris, although if I'm making a campaign without the economic micro, that's the main thing I'd probably rant about in it. I can rant about how inaccurate it is scientifically. So there are options, and I'm sure I can rant about Warhammer. I still don't like Warhammer's combat stats system, so following on from the Hearts of Iron 4 combat stats ranting, I'll just rant about combat stats in every game. That will be my channel's new niche, I suppose. Anyway, so give me some suggestions, that's all I actually wanted to say. I thought I'd also mention, in case people ask, I'll make some This Is Content videos again, eventually. I would have done it already, but I just don't have time to make more videos. I'm already like over schedule. Ever since I stopped developing Godless Tactics, I had some extra time, but it's now been totally taken up by just making the narratives a bit longer and doing more Kings and Generals stuff. It just disappears pretty fast. So if I ever stop doing Kings and Generals or one of my now 2 channels dies, I'll make weird ass comedy videos. Again, I did find out you can play Sakura Wars on the PS4 on the PC using the Sony Remote Play app. So that would be an easy way for me to play the sequel to my favourite game of all time, Sakura Wars 5. And if you followed This Is Content, you'll know that is one of the finest artistic creations ever put to any medium. So I am excited to see how they followed that up. I guess that's all the news. Or wait, it's not all the news, because much more important than all the news I've said already is the fact that Godless Tactics, the best turn-based tactics game of 2020, or perhaps all time, is now on sale. It'll also be on sale in the Christmas sale, the winter sale. It's going to be on sale in the future. It's also on sale right now. And on both occasions, you should be buying this game. Yes, I just got out of bed, by the way. Anyway, it's really good. Apparently, I've nominated it for Game of the Year because it's my favourite game of the year. I've played it for 6 hours according to Steam. Well, I probably played it a little bit more before it came out, to be honest, so I've got a few hours and I know it's a quality product. And yeah, you should totally get it. It's actually good. Maybe. We'll find out. Why don't you find out for yourself right now? I suppose that's all the channel news. The main summary is there's a new channel for narrative stuff, so if you're interested in narrative stuff, go subscribe there. And if you're only interested in narrative stuff, you can unsubscribe here. We're done. And also tell me what to make for abridged commentary things, and buy my book, buy my game. Follow me on Twitter. I'm a high quality YouTuber and you won't regret it. I'll see you next time.